Hello, today is 25th of January and that means it is halfway of my Project 50 journey. If you are following me on Instagram, and if you are not, here's the handle, the link is in the description. Go follow if you're interested. So I have been doing Project 50. It is the halfway point. I would like to share some of my opinions about the journey so far. So here we go. I'll be honest with myself. I was not being 100% during this whole time, but I was being 100% in the first 2 weeks. But after day 14 to 25, I've been just all over the place. I haven't been even doing 80% of it, which is my good territory. There are some loud door thumpings. Let's dissect and identify shortcomings of yours truly. Let's start with the ups. In the first 2 weeks, I was being so diligent. I was waking up early, checking off all of my tasks. It felt awesome, okay? Maybe it's because I'm a goal-oriented person, but I like completing the task more than focusing on the result, which makes me a task-oriented person. I don't know, I'm not good with words. But for the downs, I've been having consistency problems and, of course, sleeping problems, which is a running thing in my channel. You know that I have problems with falling asleep. After 2 weeks, I kind of fell off my good sleeping schedule, which was the exact culprit of downfall of the other tasks as well. Let's get into the details. Rule number 1, wake up before 8 a.m. As I said, I was really good with this in the first 2 weeks. I was waking up early, I was doing everything that I needed to do. And also, I was not waking up just before 8 a.m. I was consistently waking up at around 6 a.m. And not because I was in a hurry to go somewhere, it's just that I have the most of my creative energy in the morning hours. But again, since I was not in a hurry to go somewhere, 6 a.m.s turned into 8 a.m.s, 8 a.m.s turned into 10 a.m.s, and there went my morning routine. Rule number 2, morning routine without distractions for 1 hour. Now, my morning routine is the only thing I care about. I do it without no exception. It's like my non-negotiable. I have to journal, I have to write my to-do list. Another reason that I love this rule so much is that I tried doing Project 50 in the summertime, last summer, but I couldn't. But the only thing that I took from Project 50 is that I did not go on social media as soon as I woke up. I used to do that, but now I don't. It is taking away from my creativity in the morning. That's why I am not doing that anymore. I only go on social media until after I'm done with my morning routine, which does not take 1 hour to complete, to be honest. Also, I wanted to add workouts to my morning routine to, stack my habits. But if I'm waking up at 10 a.m., I kind of have to do some work, so I couldn't do my workouts in the morning time. These are really good segues. Rule number 3, workout for 1 hour. I'll be honest, 1 hour of workout is too much for me. Not because I can't, it's boring to me. I can swim for 1 hour straight, but I cannot do abs exercises for 1 hour straight. It's just too boring to me, okay? I did 30 minutes of workout and 15 to 30 minutes of yoga, which is also a kind of a workout for some people, but I digress. Rule number 4, dedicate 1 hour to a skill. I chose different skills for this section. I chose learning French, studying art, and learning the software called Blender. Now, I did a lot of French studying, a little bit of art studying, and not a single minute of learning the software. I'll be honest, learning French, in general, learning a language is well in my comfort zone. And I realized, since I'm reflecting on the past days, I realized that I did not go out of my comfort zone because I didn't do much art either. Whatever I did do was something that I felt good at. I didn't go out of my comfort zone like at all, which is not good in my opinion. You kind of have to go out of your comfort zone. So this reflection came in clutch. In the second part of Project 50, I will be focusing on Blender as well. Rule number 5, following a healthy diet. For this section, I chose following intermittent fasting because I know for a fact that my body responds really good to it, and I chose less sugar because before I used to have desserts like every day, if not twice a day. Beginning of this year, I have had desserts only 3 or 4 times. That's the rule that I set for myself, that I will have 1 day of dessert day each week. Also, in the second part, I have to drink a lot more water into healthy diet stuff because I am not drinking enough water. Rule number 6, read 10 pages a day. So I've been reading the book Atomic Habits by James Clear, as I've said a million times before, but that book has a lot of lessons to implement. I don't like reading and just going over stuff. I would like to implement things that I love. For example, stacking the habits. If I read too much of that book, there will be too many lessons that I haven't implemented yet. So I decided to read something else. Actually, the book is right here. I decided to read this book that I got last summer. I have read like 10% of it. The rule is to make reading a habit. So I'm reading this. Final rule, rule number 7, track your progress in a journal. I have been using my Instagram stories and my Notion for tracking my progress, but in the second half, I didn't track as much. Right now, I'm realizing that the only reason I didn't want to track was because I didn't accomplish as much as I would like to. For example, these past days, I didn't do much exercise, like 15 minutes of walking. I cannot possibly count that as a workout, okay? Maybe I just need better way of tracking because this is not doing it. So this is half of my Project 50 so far. This reflecting gave me a lot of clarity on how I will move on with the second part of my challenge, and I hope it helped you in some way as well. The culprit for my downfall in this first part was me waking up late, and I had consistency problem with tracking my progress, and I would like to challenge myself in the skill category. These were my problem areas. So if you're doing Project 50 as well, let me know what's your problem area in the rules. So this is the end. Thank you so much for sticking until the end. I hope you enjoyed this video and let me know what you would like to see more of. Until next time, bye!